We be live. Hello, Durud and Shalom. My name is Armin Navabi.
And I'm Ali Samani. Welcome back, everybody. We are your Iran experts, and today we have some important news. There are new carriers en route to the Middle East. The massive oil spill has begun to affect multiple countries at this point. Alligrams today, where we go into the IRGC group chats, is going to be very good. A lot of them are not very happy at all. In addition to that, the Red Sea Alliance chose to finally act today. They gathered all the leaders of the militaries of the Middle East and even countries like New Zealand, Australia, England, Spain, and others to provide some security in the Red Sea, although that didn't really help because the Houthis once again attacked and destroyed more Saudi oil today. We have the United Arab Emirates. There's a rumor going around that the UAE just gave a ton of money to the Islamic Republic, and we'll show you guys this rumor. We actually showed you yesterday and the day before 2 planes took off from Abu Dhabi and went to Tehran, where they sat for about an hour. And so these were the pictures that we showed you the last couple of days, and the internet has believed this by storm. So I'm actually here to debunk it. There is no proof of this. We can only speculate that they gave money. A lot of news channels are going in and saying, yes, the United Arab Emirates gave this much money to Tehran, etc., etc. No proof of it. The UAE themselves came out and haven't really explicitly denied it, but they said we would never do such a thing. So we'll see about that one. And the Islamic Republic has threatened the world and the Middle East with a dirty bomb. In fact, that's probably the most significant piece at the moment. So let's get started. Take a listen to this guy.
انجام بدیم که خب بریم انجام بدیم. در مورد مسئله اسرائیل هم اگر کار به بازی کثیف کشیده بشه، ایران تدابیر مقابلش رو داره. یعنی اصلا یک از بحث‌ها این هستش که اگر که قرار بشه بازی از بازی قوانین بین‌الملل خارج بشه، من فکر می‌کنم که علل اصول مقامات ایران تدابیر رو اندیشیدن که در اون فضا به خصوص در جغرافیای
Listen, this guy's yapping on, but he's saying if it has to go to a dirty bomb, it will. He goes on and on for a few minutes. This is sped up, but he basically just threatens Israel. He threatens everyone in the Middle East that we will destroy your everything. We'll actually come at you with everything if need be. We're not going to hold back, and we will use dirty bombs if need be. What a statement.
He says we already
Did you see this?
He says,
yeah.
He says
we already have a dirty. Wow. Okay. Not making a case better for themselves. But here's the thing. Usually, if I don't have something, I claim I will have it so I can have it as a deterrence. But if they really had a dirty bomb, I'm pretty sure the intelligence groups would be all over that at the moment. But who knows, right? At the end of the day, who knows? It could be buried underground. We're not actually sure about that. So
he might be suggesting like some other types of dirty bombs as well, because he's saying we have to go beyond our imaginations because our limitation is not nuclear. Do you think he's talking about biological and chemical weapons?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because he also talks about fighting dirty in general as well. Sounds like chemical weapons to me. Chemical, bio, virus, whatever it may be. These things are all kicking up. So, we have a new United States aircraft carrier heading to the Middle East. We have the USS George Washington, which is currently right here, heading on over to the Middle East to a couple theories about it. People think that it's going to replace the USS Abraham Lincoln, which is very fair theory. The US Abraham Lincoln, they haven't docked in, actually they haven't had like a port call in like 8 months, almost going up on 9 months right now. A lot of situations on board are not ideal, like the food and etc. So a lot of complaints there, and it makes sense that a US carrier would be coming to relieve the Abraham Lincoln. However, with the USS, sorry, I got distracted there. With the USS George Washington, we could have 3 aircraft carriers there at the same time. If the USS Abraham Lincoln doesn't leave, there's a little bit of an overlap. Plus, the Islamic Republic is lulled into a sense of, hey, Donald Trump isn't going to attack. Well, let's just add another aircraft carrier there for good measure. I think that's a plausible theory. The reason why is because we actually have yet again another aircraft carrier. So that one is currently off of Malaysia. But if we go to San Diego, we have the USS Theodore Roosevelt. And this ship is still headed for the Middle East as well. It's supposed to leave within the next few weeks and to arrive somewhere mid-September or early October off the coast of Iran. Now, why is this one significant? If you take the USS Theodore Roosevelt away from San Diego, the Pacific Ocean is left without any United States aircraft carriers. Do you guys know what that means? It's a window for China to do whatever it might want to do. So, USS Theodore Roosevelt goes to the Middle East. The USS George Washington goes to the Middle East. Both of those carriers were operating in the Pacific Ocean. Now, neither of them will be. They'll be going to the Middle East. The USS Abraham Lincoln is going to be out of commission for about 2 years. It's going to have a major overhaul and repairs. That's it. That's the Pacific Ocean given over to China in terms of aircraft carrier superiority, although we can see that Taiwan has been preparing for that for a long time. So, guys, 3 aircraft carriers off the coast of Iran is what we're looking at. In just a matter of 5 to 7 days is when the George Washington will arrive. The last time that theories regarding the aircraft carriers came out, it was before February 28th, and USS Abraham Lincoln and the Gerald Ford, well, the Gerald Ford came second. People were saying, oh yeah, as soon as the Gerald Ford arrives off the coast of Iran, the strikes will begin. And that was exactly the case. People said, it's just a threat. It's not going to happen. That threat is still on the table now, it seems. So let's keep our eyes on that. And there was also very unusual activity today over the Middle East. This is what flight radar looked like. There were nothing, absolutely nothing going on. It was completely empty. A single Turkish military aircraft plane flying over Turkey. Everyone turned off their transponder. This is sparking some rumors here as well, but it's not completely uncalled for because today we had the Arabs who met with the heads of military in the Red Sea. So this is what we're looking at today. You can see actually a lot of different countries. Let's make that bigger. Some of these surprised me. This is why the airspace was empty. You got everyone from the United Kingdom to Australia and other countries like Canada. Just basically everyone, really. Everyone came in to join in on providing safety and security in the Red Sea. Right. Well, except there's a slight problem.
That guy in the suit is bothering me.
Yeah, he's kind of out of place.
Like, look, zoom out. This was a perfect picture. Can we? Oh my God! Why did that guy have to be there? Why is it bothering me that guy in the suit is there?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. Do I have OCD? I think I have OCD.
Maybe.
All right, go on.
So, Armin, what do you think? You have a couple major things happening. All these countries. So 50 guys, remember, a lot of these countries were actually the Arabs here. They were already a part of this. 15 more countries just got added on today. So namely, a lot of the European countries you'll see here, like Spain over there. I actually don't know what flag this is, if anyone knows. Let's go over here. What is this? Is that Malaysia? I don't know. No. I think it is. We know Sweden back there. Okay. Wait. So, yeah.
No, it's okay.
So, Armin, what do you think? Do you think we're finally going to see some safety and security in the Red Sea here? Because this is what Saudi Arabia has pushed to happen, the Red Sea Alliance. And then apparently Pakistan is the deputy to this alliance. So the hierarchy is Saudi Arabia, who made it, then Pakistan, then all the other countries are supposed to coordinate or listen to them. This was immediately tested again. All those bigwigs gathered in one room could not stop Jazan from being hit again today by the Houthis. 2 more drones landed on a Jazan oil storage tank, and it's on fire once again. Not looking too good for the
It's
Jazan
pretty
oil
clever,
refinery. Yeah.
You know why it's pretty clever? Because the Houthis want to make this alliance look pathetic. So they're basically, as the oil in the signature has it, without the oil even being, not the oil, without the ink even being dried, they want to show how meaningless this is by attacking and then demonstrating that nothing has happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then quick, coming over to the aircraft carriers, guys, again, look, this is where one of them is right now. It just left Singapore. It's headed to the Middle East. The other one is in San Diego over here, and that's also headed for the Middle East soon. This entire region will be left without United States aircraft carriers, and instead we'll have 3 here at the same time. Then the U.S. Abraham Lincoln afterwards will be relieved by the USS Theodore Roosevelt. That looks like 3. 3 are scheduled to remain for quite a period of time, potentially for strikes. I mean, if I had to guess, if you want to have maximum firepower next week, USS George Washington arrives in 5 to 7 days. Before February 28th, we saw the strikes commence about 24 to 48 hours after the Gerald Ford arrived. So going off of that logic was just one theory. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen. It's one way that things can happen. Armin, what do you think about the U.S. aircraft carriers? More is good? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be more. It's going to be replacement, probably, right? And I think it's good to replace the ones that are already there, because some of those soldiers have been there, stuck in these, airstrike carrier groups or the amphibious groups there for very long. Like USS Abraham Lincoln, the soldiers there have been stuck there for 250 days. And I know, guys, they signed up for it. But at some point, these people need to go home, because it's like a lot of pressure being, stuck it there in the middle of the sea with, some of these people haven't been on land for such a long time, right? So it's a lot of pressure. So we need the soldiers to be at their best. So it's good that they could go home and some other people come and take their place, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But there will be an overlap. That overlap where there's going to be 3 there at the same time. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm zooming in on personally here. It's a good deception tactic. In other words, let's give you some more CENTCOM news. The United States is up to something quite nefarious. CENTCOM launched today their first ever multinational attack drone task force. What this means is that CENTCOM will now be using most countries' drones to conduct attacks from now on. And you guessed it, on the Islamic Republic. Who else? Oh, man. This will be probably, other than Ukraine's, it'll be the first. It's the United States military's first dedicated one-way attack drone squadron. It's a unit completely made up of drones. This is the idea behind it. Let's make this a little bit larger for you guys. Whoa, so many lines. Crazy. Interesting. This is the drone task force. Do you guys, by the way, look at the things here in the image? Everything you see here is a drone. Drone. These are water drones, underwater drones, one-way Shahed, Lucas drones, everything. This entire unit is drones. That is it. And that's the US military's first one. Guess they're going to test out their new toys on the IRGC. Technology is moving up. Isn't that cool?
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's the
In
future
addition to
of
that,
war.
yeah, absolutely. And in addition to that, over here in Qatar, we see more refueling aircraft landing in the Al Udeid base. The space has been under attack by the IRGC over the past few months multiple times. And as a result, because the missiles took so little time to get here, about a minute or two, the US evacuated the base of refueling tankers completely. Now they're back. They're back. We got twice as many today as we did yesterday. So it's going up. I think yesterday we had 4. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. Yep, over the 2 tarmacs there. So that's pretty encouraging in my opinion. Why would we be moving aircraft back into the line of fire if we weren't going to use them? So here it is. You got 7 over there on the first tarmac, and then you have a single one, kind of lonely, over here. These are the staging areas. Previously, there were about 40 here during peak operational readiness. We're going back up to 8. Yesterday, we had 4. The day before, a couple days before that, we had 0.
What if that's
So
if that's because they're feeling safe, that nothing is going to happen? That there's also that take. No?
That's also what we said about them moving out of the region as well. They felt like things were dying down, so they wanted to move them out. But I've only seen them here when we assume strike positions. And largely the American military analysts say that these refueling aircraft are currently being used to provide escorts throughout the Strait of Hormuz. And that's why they're closer. That's why there's only 8 of them as well.
Okay.
So we're continuing to do escorts, and let's take a look at Libya. I hate to say this, guys. Libya was hit once again. This oil facility that they have here, I don't know.
By
I don't
Libya,
know. So
right? By who?
probably no one's claiming responsibility, but this is the 4th strike on Libyans by someone. So
Libyans.
they had their major general assassinated this week. They also had their oil facilities hit. What little stability, which was probably nothing in Libya, is once again looks like going back into chaos. We also have some assassinations. Over here in the east of Iran, in the city of Zabul, another IRGC member we showed you on yesterday. Well, today, a airspace major of the IRGC was assassinated, and he is currently on life support in the hospital. Oh man, that really sucks. Anyway, looks like more and more people are getting active against the IRGC. That's actually the second one in 48 hours. Actually, third one. Yeah, third one. Oof. It's not a great day to be an IRGC member, in my opinion. Don't sign up. So, time for a cool clip. Last night, as you guys may have seen, there was a solar eclipse. And at the same time, over here in Istanbul, we actually had a meteor that almost hit the city. This starts disintegrating right there. And if I was Turkey,
God is now entering the war.
I mean, look at that.
Is that real?
If I saw this though, I would think it's probably the IRGC. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, it's a meteor. I'd be like, they're attacking.
Like God is like, I think God is like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. if you're not gonna finish this, I'm just gonna finish this myself. Who do we start with? Turkey. I mean, not a bad place to start. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that would have freaked me out. Although, I mean, it just burns up, right? It just goes there, starts burning up, disintegrated. All right, it's all good. But right there, I'd be probably
Premature.
having to change my pants right there. Yeah. Not the bestest of times. And speaking of things that might be usually hitting the water, looks like the Russian interceptors are the ones usually hitting the water at this time. Go straight into the ocean there. The Russians are not doing so well, ladies and gentlemen. And just so I show you this clip, let's talk about Russia for a second. They're still on track to get destroyed by the Ukrainian armed forces, but also, for the first time, Russia is importing gasoline. They have such a massive shortage, and they just had another major oil facility hit last night, knocking it completely out. They're not doing so well. They're doing incredibly bad. We're telling you guys that they have to start shipping oil through this route over to sell it, which is leaving some of their ships frozen in ice, and they have no choice. But now they are bringing in oil from India. They're importing gasoline from India. They've never done that before. They've never had to do that. This is the first time. So not doing so well. At the same time, they're still managing to send weapons through the IRGC. So, you know, you lose and you lose, I guess. Let's give you guys a quick update on the Kurdish separatists here. They've been acting up again, and the Kurdish separatists themselves are reporting that they have conducted some operations over the past week and saying that we attacked 3 different cities in Iran and we killed multiple collaborators with the IRGC. So I'm not going to show you guys the images here, but they named the people that they assassinated, and they gave exactly where they lived and all this information. So that made me think that, okay, that's credible that they did that because they know exactly who it is. They're giving us their name, address, force, everything like that. Kind of unusual. These guys are IRGC collaborators, meaning that they're either regular people or even part of the IRGC as well, but they're usually people who give information to the IRGC about what the Kurdish separatists are up to. Looks like the Kurdish separatists didn't like that very much, and this week went and took out, let me see, it was 1, 2, 3 more of these people, 1 IRGC officer and 2 collaborators. Yep. So, wish both sides the best here. We, the Iranian people, hate the Kurdish separatists, and we also hate the IRGC, although it's kind of hard to put a ranking on them. I'm not really sure. I'd probably put the IRGC a little bit higher personally. All right, let's get into the Iran news that you guys have been waiting for. And let's start off with a statement from Saeed Ghassanijad. Many of you may remember that J.D. Vance said, we don't want Iranians to flee and have like a mass immigration, situation. And Iranians were like, you don't understand why we would have to, leave. And we don't want to leave. We want to stay in our country. We just want this government gone. And JD got a lot of flack for that, rightfully so. Iran International polled 100,000 people in Iran in their show. Okay, so 100,000 people were watching. They took a poll. 100,000 people answered in total. More were watching. 100,000 people said yes. 83% of us, so 83,000 of us say we would immigrate and leave Iran if circumstances allowed us to. What the poll failed to mention, and what Morad Vaisi later cleared up, who works at Iran International, said the reason that they would want to leave Iran is not for any other reason than they just want a normal life, something that they cannot have inside of Iran because of the Islamic Republic. That is the only reason. It's not like they want to go and particularly live in the West or live in another country. They just want a normal life. And this was spoken about by Saeed Ghassanijad here, who also had another post Might as well show that to you guys as well. Should be the first thing up here, which it is. Okay. All right. So the minister, Jean-Noël Barrot, the Minister of European Affairs, European Foreign Affairs, released this letter saying that it's kind of funny, actually. You guys want to take a look at this? I mean, half of this letter is a little bit of comedy because it's just France, Canada, Albania, Germany, Australia. It's just like it just goes on for like 4 lines until they say that we are condemning the Islamic Republic. This is all in French, but we're condemning the Islamic Republic for the executions that they're doing on the Iranian people. And we also, it says here, we call upon the Islamic Republic to immediately stop the executions. These people are just trying to protest for their right to life and liberty. And yeah, we condemn it. That's pretty much it. They just condemn it, actually. The Iranian people should have the right to exercise, or should be free to exercise their rights to liberty and freedom. We condemn it. All right. Well, it's a bit classic from the Europeans.
As bad as that is, it's the most we have. It is. I don't want to say this is significant, but I do have to say this is the most they have ever done. This unanimous condemnation of what they're doing and not accepting their excuses, and also saying that this is because of causing fear and not because these people not accepting any. It's a low standard. It shows how little they have done before, that this is actually the most they have ever done. You're muted, Ali.
Yeah, that's great that they condemn it. It's going to help a ton, I think.
Thank you
so much. Great. Woo. Anyway,
it was so weird. So Ali was muted, and I muted myself because I wanted to sneeze, and then I wanted to tell Ali that he's muted, so I had to figure out, should I sneeze first and then unmute myself, or should I unmute myself? So it got so confusing. It was like unmute myself and sneeze, and then mute myself and tell Ali that he's muted. It was so weird.
And
it's confusing for some.
Armin, do you see what Saeed Hassanejad said in response to the Europeans? So he said, "Thank you. You're absolutely right. The only way to achieve this is for the radical Islamist regime to fall and be replaced by a democratic, normal, and responsible." So the Europeans didn't actually say anything about removing the Islamic Republic. All they said here, according to my own understanding, is that we're just condemning them. They shouldn't be executing people. The Iranian people should have the right to liberty and freedom. That's it. It even said something quite friendly to the Islamic Republic. It says, we ask the Iranian regime to listen to the voice of its people. That's such a stupid statement, in my opinion. And that's why I think Saeed Hassanejad.
Thank you, guys. This is what we needed. I don't know why, Ali, we didn't think about this. We've been doing all of this wrong. Imagine the lives that we could have saved. Ali, imagine the lives that we could have saved. Instead of having this many people being slaughtered and protesting against the regime, we could have, like you told us, you're telling us that this was an option. 40 days of war, tens of thousands of Iranians being massacred, and we could have just gone and asked them to listen?
To listen to us? Wow.
Why didn't we try that first? Why didn't we try going to the Islamic Republic and asking them, hey, can you listen to us? God, imagine if that works. Imagine if the Islamic Republic comes out tomorrow, like, that's what we were. Thank you, France. That's what we were waiting for. Somebody to come politely and ask us, thank you. We're now going to become a democracy because France asked us politely to listen to our people.
Yeah, I mean, not
Amazing.
just France. France, Canada, Albania, Germany, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Cyprus, Denmark, Spain, Estonia, Finland.
I
I don't
mean,
know what that
can you
is.
resist
All
that?
of them.
I mean, if it
All
was one country, two country, three country, the Islamic Republic will be able to resist and not listen to these countries. But all of them together, the Islamic Republic. Okay. Okay.
God,
If
thank you
all
so
of you
much,
are
European
asking at the
Union.
same time, then I have no choice. I surrender.
Absolutely. You know what? Let's go take a listen as to what the Islamic Republic is saying at the moment. So, an American news channel called PBS, which you Americans will definitely know, went to Iran and interviewed an IRGC commander. So, let's just see how willing the IRGC are to listen to the Iranian people here.
Many observers say Iran has put up a strong fight, but that America has one weapon that Iran doesn't, and that's a nuclear bomb. In your view,
First of all, is his mouth open or closed? I can't tell.
how likely is it
There's a
for
dog
America
there.
to use a nuclear bomb?
Naturally, it can end up being a mistake for them. The morning after they use a bomb, all of America's military bases around the world would be occupied. Today, things are different than World War II. The people of the world have awakened. No one in the world will allow for such a crime to be committed, because the next time it could be themselves.
So, thank you. These guys seem really reasonable. Basically, guys, the reporter asks him, what if America nukes you? And this guy's like, basically, he's like, it's going to be a big mistake if they nuke us. We'll actually seize all of their bases around the world the day after they nuke us. And they would never do such a thing because the world would destroy America if they did it. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. No, yeah. Anyway, sure. Why didn't we try to talk to these people? Why didn't we tell them what we wanted? I'm sure they had the IQ to understand this, right? I mean,
Yes.
I guess I've never tried. I guess I've never tried to talk to them. I don't know. Maybe they're right. Maybe the Europeans are right.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, now that I think about it, the Iranian people did try asking the regime to report for, I don't know, 40 years of the 47 years of the Islamic Republic. You guys know this whole regime change strategy is kind of like new, right? Right? Like this, the whole reform, like asking the Islamic Republic to like maybe stop being so evil has been tried for 4 decades.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Guys, take a look at this. This is the currency of Iran. It's called the rial. And this is how much it's depreciated in value. So the lower it is, so you guys can see, these are months, January till now, okay? This is just the past 8 months. The rial used to be very strong. It used to be 0.5 in addition. So it's about 500,000 rials would be $1 in January. Right now, it's 2 million rials per US dollar. So that's a 4 times increase. Yeah. Imagine your dollar just depreciated and it's worth 25% of the value. Like you just lost 75% of your money's value in 7 months. Can you guys 75% of your money in 7 months? Like I just had 100 grand in the bank 7 months ago in January, and now I have 25K. And I did nothing, by the way. Like it just sat there the entire, I didn't use it. Yeah, this isn't looking so good. And this is how we're going to tie it into alligrams. This is primarily the reason for why the regime supporters themselves are talking about things like uprisings now. So, for those of you who don't know, we have a section called alligrams. I go into the IRGC group chats. I grab their messages that are indicative of their mood and their discussions, and I show you guys. And today we have a topic of uprisings. Uprisings are being talked about by the regime supporters. And our first one here is by this person. So you guys can see this is in Farsi. We'll be translating that into English. So it's a little bit, we're going to censor it a little bit, okay? Because this guy is quite pissed off. His name is Reza. He's really mad. You know, you're an idiot. You don't know what's happening to people and families with this high prices. You're an idiot. You don't say that the wages of workers and employees should be raised. And you're an idiot because you don't say that the wages of families should be raised. Then there's the problem of gasoline. Some say 2 million liters of gasoline were burned on the northern roads. Some say 50, whatever. Gasoline is the problem here for these regime supporters. Now that the price of gasoline is no longer being subsidized as much, they have come out and threatened an uprising, multiple of them. This price of gasoline in these conditions only causes incidents like January. What happened in January, Armin?
We had the greatest mass uprising of the Iranian people in history in January.
Correct.
And
you know,
and Ali, do you know the second greatest uprising of the Iranian people by the Islamic Republic? Do you know when that happened? Bloody
no.
November, 7 years ago. You know what that was in response to? Higher. Yep. The spark of that was higher gas prices. This is why the regime is very worried.
So that's our topic of the day. We'll give you guys some other information. So while we read this for you guys, after this, I have a pretty interesting story that happened 2 days ago in Iran. This guy's saying, dude, this is embarrassing. What kind of prices are these for gasoline? Don't break people's backs. You want chaos in the country again and a few more young people to be killed? More and more of them are talking about this. In Armin, 2 days ago in Kerman, the Islamic Republic was set to set the price of gasoline to 87,000 toman. So it was going to be like a huge price hike. They didn't do it. Did you hear about that?
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Why?
Armin, they didn't hike up the prices because they were directly afraid that in Kerman would cause an uprising.
So let me actually tell you what actually is happening. Okay, they were never going to raise it that much. Okay, so here's the plan.
Get used to it.
No, so what they do is they want to increase it by a certain level, which would cause an uprising. So there are 3 strategies. First, like if gasoline prices are like 10,000 2 months, for example, they want to increase it to 20,000 2 months. So they know that could spark an uprising. So instead of raising it to 20,000 2 months, they're going to come and announce that they're going to raise it to 87,000 2 months, right? Which causes a panic, and people will be, well, that is impossible. Like, we're not going to be able to live like that. And then they're going to cancel it and say, like, guys, we're not going to do it. And that way, when they increase it to 20,000, they think that way they would avoid an uprising, because people are going to compare the 20,000 to the 87,000 that they announced before. So that's one strategy that they're having, right? A second strategy that they're having to try to avoid an uprising is to do it province by province instead of doing it nationally. So instead of increasing gasoline prices like in all of Iran, they do one province. So if there's an uprising, they could have their suppression forces focus in that province and manage that uprising, and then go do it in another province, and then go do it in another province. That's the second strategy. So they have learned from the previous mistakes, and they're trying to contain it this way. The third
I didn't know
strategy,
about the second one.
Yes. The third thing that they're going to do is blame Pezeshkian, obviously.
Yeah.
You know that.
And they are.
Right? Yeah.
And they are. They're blaming everything on the president of the Islamic Republic. So let's take a look at another one of these before we actually get into the Pezeshkian hate. Another one of these regime supporters saying the hardcore supporters of the dollar system, or whatever, of the West, basically. The hardcore supporters of the West, whatever it takes, for gasoline are supporters of the system and won't let the system fall. Let's actually put this into Farsi and read it because this translation is really off. Armin, do you mind doing us a favor here?
Yes. هسته سخت طرفدار نظام دلار هر چه بشه بنزین هر چه بشه طرفدار نظام هستن و نمیذارن نظام سقوط کنه. اما جنگ داخلی بدتر از جنگ خارجی است. So he's saying the core supporters of the regime, no matter how much our currency drops, no matter how much fuel prices get, it doesn't matter. They will continue supporting the regime. They're not going to let the regime fall. However, be warned that the internal civil war is going to be so much worse than foreigners attacking us. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. This is
right.
a confirmation of what I've been telling you guys, that these people fear an internal uprising more than American and Israeli attacks because they know that they cannot stand, they cannot, they're not going to be able to survive that.
And that's why some of the IRGC commanders want to go back to war. They don't want to deal with the domestic problems. So these were, I don't know, I like these ones, yeah.
These are really good finds. Thank you for finding them. Do you mind if I explain something about the subsidies and why gasoline prices are so low in Iran?
Yeah, can we talk about the gasoline prices right after this? Because that's the
Yes,
biggest spark. So we should actually dedicate a few minutes to that.
Okay.
And our next one here is by this person. All right. Let's see what he's saying. He's saying, why doesn't the supreme leader do something? If I wanted to buy 87 tomans worth of gasoline, which is now going to be the new price, but they're not going to actually, I have to pay my entire salary and more for this gasoline. Please help us reach the leader, the supreme leader. I have news for this person. This is what your supreme leader wants. Armin, isn't this all? This is on purpose. No one's going to come and save him.
Intervene how exactly?
Exactly.
How is he going to, if you don't have enough? Like these people, you know what, Ali, these people think? These people think that the way that prices are decided is somebody sitting behind the screen like Pezeshkian and is like, I could pick any number for gasoline prices, and I'm going to put 87 and press enter. And I could have just easily picked any other number, but I decided to pick 87.
I mean, the supreme leader should single-handedly go and break the blockade so he can save this person. I don't know what exactly he's expecting, but a lot of people are thinking like that. Hey, where's the supreme leader? Well, why isn't he saying anything? All right, here we go to the next one, saying, this one's good. Said, guys, don't worry. The esteemed cabinet of our administration is currently preparing its propaganda. We'll put this back into Farsi. That one's also a little bit off here. Can you read that for us?
دوستان گلم اصلا نگران نباشید. کابینه محترم دولت فعلا دارن ذهن‌ها رو آماده میکنن. اصلا نگران نباشید. Oh, this guy gets it. He's saying the cabinet of the government of Pezeshkians are just preparing the minds. You know, basically they are basically saying they're not gonna increase the oil prices now. They're just preparing people's minds so later they increase oil prices. He's not wrong. He gets it. Yeah, you understand what's happening. He's basically just saying what I just told you. They're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna increase our gasoline prices, and they're not gonna next time. So just get the outrage out a couple of times so that when that actually happens, you already have expressed all your outrage. You're outraged out. You have no more outrage. You have no more F to give because you gave it the last time when they didn't increase the gas prices.
Whoopsie.
They're desensitizing you for the eventual price hike.
So it's great that these people know this. It's only fueling their. It's funny to me. It's like the killing of 50,000 plus Iranians didn't bother them. Gasoline prices going up is apparently the thing.
And this is the one thing that they were supposed to not care about. They have been telling us for years that they're resilient and they could tolerate hardship for the sake of Islam. And now they're crying as well. Like, you guys are not supposed to be crying. You have been bragging about that. This is not going to affect you.
Yep. We also have this one. So this is what most people of these Islamic Republic supporters are complaining about. It's just gasoline. As you guys can see here, like this guy's saying like Zurnazan. Could you read this for us as well?
زر نزنید بابا، جلیلی بود بنزون گرون نمیشد. آشغالای نطفه خراب، یه موتور دارم کارت سوخت نداره، اینا جنگ قدرت دارن.
So would Jalili have saved him? I'm not sure.
Go up a little bit. What is this in response to? This is interesting. Okay, never mind. So he's saying, shut up, everybody. If Jalili was in charge, if Jalili was the president, the gas prices wouldn't go up. So the Paidari campers. So if instead of Pezeshkian, Jalili was the president, gas prices would not be go up. And then you goddamn bastard, I have a motorcycle and I don't have the cart. I don't have the cart that has the fuel in it. This is all about power, the fights between them. So he's saying, shut up, you guys don't know. Pezeshkian is just trying to use his power to fight against other people. If Jalili was in power, gas prices wouldn't go up. This guy's delusional. The last guy was getting it right. This guy is stupid. This guy doesn't understand that there's just not enough money for the subsidies.
Yeah,
I'll explain it to you guys what's happening.
Yeah,
why they don't have. Yeah.
And then we have this one as well. Let's see if the translator is good enough for this one. Yeah, this one's good. Okay, so again, if you guys read doctor here, that's Pezeshkian. So he's saying, take the country away from the traitorous Pezeshkian, the president of the Islamic Republic, who's causing trouble at every moment. There's not even a need for America attack because the Pezeshkian and those people around him are destroying the country themselves. So you're right. They're attacking Pezeshkian.
Guys, didn't we predict that this, like, way before any of this started? We told you that they're going to keep, everything is going to go to crap. And the whole purpose of Pezeshkian is to take the bullet. Before any of this started, even before the Operation Epic Fury and any of this started, we knew that this is going to happen. And it's happening exactly how we told you. And I said it's going to happen, and I told you guys that he deserves it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guys, don't be misled. Pezeshkian gave the order to massacre the Iranian people just as much as someone like Khamenei did. There's no difference.
True. Yes.
And we have our next one. This person goes on and on about actually no, that was the next one. Okay, good. So all right. This person is a regime supporter, and he's being sarcastic. He's saying, well done to the Westerners. Our government, the Islamic Republic, has reached America with this message, which is, hey, yeah, you can blockade us as long as you don't attack, which will result in Iran collapsing on its own. Negotiations are of no use now because America will just wait for the blockade. They'll just retaliate against us if we do anything, and then they'll wait for Iran to surrender or enter a civil war. They won't even give us any concessions. Well done, Pezeshkian, for turning a war that we won with the blood of martyrs into a defeat with your ridiculous plans.
This is the most accurate take I've ever seen. Well, except blaming Pezeshkian. But this is actually very true. Guys, this is how United States could be winning this, even if there's no military escalation. The calculation might be, we don't need to go to war. We don't need to go to war. This whole thing is collapsing on its own. with the blockade. What do you think, Ali?
Could be. It could be. It could be. But as we say, America can't sit back forever. I think they're going to weaken them to a point, then do something. That makes the most sense to me. Otherwise, we wouldn't need to be moving more troops and equipment into the region. We could have just had some bare bones skeleton crew running the show.
I mean, I think the crew is needed for the blockade and the protection of the other countries there. But I think like it might be the case that the Americans are witnessing how badly the Islamic Republic is about to be hurting if they just keep the blockade. And they think if you leave, then you're going to give them a win. And if you escalate, you also might give them a win because they're just going to keep attacking infrastructure in the region, and you don't want that, right? So this is just a good spot to be. Just keep the blockade on and just watch them fall.
Could be, yeah. Could be.
And this guy is saying we've been defeated. They're just keeping the blockade, and we're stuck here.
It's true. He's not wrong. He's got it spot on. So yeah, that's absolutely one avenue. And there's another person who thinks quite similarly to him. And he's saying that we can't go on forever within the Islamic Republic. He's saying the country is like a barrel of gunpowder. This expensive gas is not a spark. There's a bomb inside this barrel of gunpowder. He's saying these prices aren't just a little spark for a potential uprising or anything. It's a bomb. But we have no choice because there's no gasoline. And also, the last part of the translation gets this wrong. But Armin, could you read the last couple of lines here for us where he talks about how it's going to reach everything?
Oh, he gets that. Somebody, guys, see, I tell you, some of these jihadis have two neurons to rub against each other. Look at this. Neurons are firing. It's like, but they have no choice because there is no gasoline. Like this person is saying, like, when they're increasing gas prices, is because there's no choice. It's not because they want to. It's not because Pezeshkian wants to. If they have no choice, and he said, like, guys, and next is going to be bread, and what is that now? And also, I think it's with the with livestock, like meat, basically. I think.
Yeah, food.
I don't know what that other part is. Food. Other food.
Yeah, I mean that's right
so
too. Like
everything else. Yes, everything else is going to get expensive. Guys, if the blockade and Operation Economic Fury continues in the next few months, if it continues like this, something really devastating is going to hit the economy in Iran. Like something big is about to happen.
Yeah, and so that concludes the allogram section. Let's actually start talking about that. This is how the Islamic Republic can fall. In America, we know that the gas prices increase, then the price of everything increases, right? Well, the Islamic Republic didn't have a successful economy, and then the war happened, and now they're not doing so well. It's been this way for decades, and it's been compounding. The corruption is building, and this is a catalyst. So, Armin, last time, was it 6, 7 years ago, that the Bloody November happened was caused by gasoline prices, wasn't it? This has happened before.
Bloody November. Yes, 7 years ago. They increased gas prices, and in response, it started some protests that eventually led to an uprising, and the Islamic Republic killed so many people, cut the internet, killed so many people. That was I think the biggest massacre of Iranian people before this January uprising. That's why you call it.
And we're heading back to that. So people's memories are not that short, right? These people, these regime supporters, were talking about Bloody November. They're referencing that. They're saying, you're raising gasoline prices again? Are you trying to cause an uprising just like 7 years ago?
So they think Pezeshkian is raising gasoline prices to cause an uprising to bring down the Islamic Republic. As they think Pezeshkian might be, part of Mossad, Zionist operations to take down the Islamic Republic. And their evidence for that is that not only he did something similar before the Lion and Sun uprising that got Ali Khamenei killed, he's also buddies and friends with Azerbaijan's president, and very friendly and close to Azerbaijan, and Azerbaijan is a great ally of Israel. And Azerbaijan was responsible for killing Raisi in his helicopter accident, they think. So they think that they plotted. Raisi wanted to be the supreme leader after Ali Khamenei, and they killed him. And then they killed Ali Khamenei, and now they're going for Mujtaba.
Now that you said that, you know what's hilarious? After Ali Khamenei died, he got killed, got eliminated in 60 seconds. None of the officials of the Islamic Republic came out and said, we resign. We couldn't protect our supreme leader. And, we did not do a good job. None of them said that. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
These guys are so hungry for power. It doesn't matter to them if their supreme leader dies or not. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, this is what's going to spark. Looks like this is going to be the potential spark of the next uprising. The reason for that is because gasoline shortages don't affect just one area; they affect everywhere. It's spread across the entire country. That the executions, January is on their mind, but now people don't have enough to live. Inflation's getting to them. That's why in the last 2 weeks, we see Donald Trump saying they have no money. They're broke. He sees things before we do because he has access to information that we don't. Now it makes sense. With this last couple of days, the Islamic Republic tried to raise the price of gasoline. They didn't because they feared an uprising, and they're trying to get people used to the higher prices with these tactics. And as you said, smart for them to do it province by province. What do you think about these high prices and how they could cause a double uprising? Not just the Iranian people, but also the regime supporters.
Yeah, because we're seeing the regime supporters, unlike what they told us for decades, they get really angry at the government for economic conditions, current economic conditions as well. It's not just the life lovers, as they like to say, but their anger. So our side, their anger is at all of the regime. Their side, they try to manage the anger to be only at Pezeshkian and maybe Ghalibaf and Zarif and Rouhani, the so-called reformers, right? But I don't know if I don't think if redirecting that anger to Pezeshkian is going to save them, because one way or another, they would eventually want to rise up against whatever is in power. Even if they think it's against Pezeshkian, at the end of the day, they're going to fight back against the people, against the structure. You might give it a different label, but when they fight, they're going to fight against, that structure, right? And if you bring forces down to stop them, then they're going to be against that force as well. And they're going to see the armed forces as protecting Pezeshkian or the Zionist regime. So imagine if it one day comes to it that we have a double uprising, and the regime supporters are coming out and want to burn this to the ground, thinking that they're not being against the Islamic regime, but they're being against the occupiers of the Islamic regime, which is the Zionist infiltrators of the reformers. At the end of the day, that's what the infrastructure of the government is made out of. And if you bring the armed forces to protect that, those armed forces will be seen as protecting Zionism. Does that make sense?
Wow, I never thought about that. Yeah. Okay, so guys, what Armin just said is actually really interesting. You guys see how they're pointing fingers at each other more and more? What that's going to turn into eventually It's going to be like Pezeshkian, the guy who threw our economy down the dump. Oh, is he really on our side? What about the people defending him? Are they really on our side? Because what it resulted in is in the destruction of the Islamic Republic. They're not on our side. They must be the Jews. Okay. Interesting. So, gas prices across the country are going to force even the Islamic Republic supporters to go against their own government, or at least what they believe is no longer their government. The Iranian people are always waiting for a chance and opening. The proxies are having a tough time outside, so they can't come in and suppress the Iranian people like they did back in January. Again, the biggest important proxy is the Hashd al-Shabi in Iraq, which is set to be destroyed any day now by the Iraqis and the United States. What else we got that helps here? The US could definitely sit back. I mean, it's very low risk, high reward, or they can choose to land a blow to cause even more, a faster collapse of the Islamic Republic. And those are your three prongs of avenues here to open up Prince Reza Pahlavi's options and timing window for an uprising.
I have how much are gas prices per in the US?
I think it's like 3 something price per gallon in USA. So actually the average price of gasoline per gallon is $4.
Okay. Okay, hold on. How much? $4, right?
Yes, exactly 4.
How much do you think it's in Iran? People in the chat.
Like $1. I mean, it's supposed to be $1 if they hike up the prices.
Yes, guys. So $4 in the US. How much do you guys think it's per gallon in Iran? Guess in the chat. Don't look it up. Guess. So right now, let me see. $7 per gallon? No. 11 cents per gallon. 11 cents per gallon in Iran. All right, and Ali, do you know why that is? And why is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's not a good thing. The government subsidizes that price. That's not the true price.
And why is that bad?
Because if the government doesn't get oil revenue, the price of gasoline has no choice but to jump up.
So, but some people, for example, in the US, are like, "Oh my God, I wish that it was like that in the US." The reason why that is horrible, that is not an ideal situation. The reason why that is horrible is because the government, how is that being subsidized? The government is taking the Iranian people's resources and making them poor everywhere else, taking their money from everywhere else, and then using a small fraction of it to subsidize fuel prices to make, because when it's being taken away, it's being done in a way that you don't notice your resources. But when it's a fraction of it is being used to subsidize fuel prices, you think the government is doing you a favor, not knowing that this is not their money. They're doing this with a fraction of the money that they already stole from you in your oil and gas money, and it causes dependency on the government. So much dependency that the new norm, everything, your entire life and business depends on fuel prices being this low, right? So this is not the government giving you anything. This is the government taking stuff from you, giving a small portion of it back to you, making you feel like you owe them and you have to be grateful for it, and also making you dependent on the government, right? And me creating a situation that you're poor, so poor that you cannot survive unless gasoline prices are this low. So now what's happening is that the government is running out of so much money that they cannot continue subsidizing gas prices. But everyone's life and business is so dependent on gasoline prices being this low that if they stop the subsidies, everything will break apart. Does that make sense?
And guys, who, if they rely on the government for this subsidy and their life and their business is tied to the gas prices that the government provides, who do they blame when the gas prices go up? The government. Ooh. But that's a good point. They take the general wealth of the country. It's like it's accumulated here, and now that it's been squandered, there is nothing to fall back on.
Subsidies are theft, because subsidies, every time you get a subsidy from the government, well, I mean, unless there's positive externalities, but in many cases, subsidies are theft because that was your money to begin with, and you only are seeing a small percentage of it back, and it also always creates dependency. And subsidies are often, when they're not used in the right way, are often not a way for the government to adjust for positive externalities. It's a way for the government to put a leash around your neck. That's what subsidies are used for.
And now we see an indicator. Even the regime supporters, who are generally more well off, are hurting. I can't imagine what it's like for the non-regime supporters who already were leading very modest lives. Okay, so that's great that we talked about the oil and the gasoline prices. That's going to be something that's going to only get worse and bigger as time goes on. Let's take a look at the oil that's on the water.
ناآلودگی‌های نفتی خلیج فارسه که احتمالاً تو اینستاگرام همه در موردش دیدین و اینجا هم ماسه‌های
Persian Gulf that you might have seen on Instagram. We came here at 5 a.m. to swim, and now it's like 12. And if we knew, like he's saying that this pollution basically happened in the last 5 to 6 hours that you see here. And he's saying if we knew that this place would have gotten so polluted over the last few hours, we wouldn't have gotten to the water. Unfortunately, this has reached the wildlife reserve that I showed you guys yesterday. So that was right here. So this entire area is now polluted. This is a very, very beautiful area. It's now polluted. And not only that, but off the coast of Oman as well, right here, you also have about a 700-kilometer long oil spill. So this entire area is just black at the moment with oil. Yeah. Keep in mind, I mean, the Strait of Hormuz right here, this is about like what, 40 kilometers or something like that. It's it's 40 miles. So yeah, we have an area several times that in just oil spills alone. It's not going to be so good for the environment here. Yeah. All right. Show you guys a couple other things here. So if we go to Tehran, a couple things are going on. the Islamic Republic is tearing up some of the older cobblestone areas in Tehran, and they are going to pave it with asphalt. When questioned why this happened, the municipality officials of Tehran said, "We would like to," and I'm not kidding, they said this themselves. They said that we are redesigning these to curb civil unrest. And then they cited Paris in the 1800s and say Paris had narrow organic streets with broad avenues to impede barricade construction and accelerate military maneuvers. So they're making the streets wider, they're making them easier to access for the government forces to conduct suppression of the Iranian people. And these cobblestones are kind of in the way. In a time where the country is in such a state, again, all they care about, suppress the Iranian people. Let's tear up the streets, cobblestones, let's pave it with asphalt, let's make it wider so our security forces can have more room to maneuver. Yeah. But hey, according to Europe, maybe we should go reason with these people. Why didn't I think of that? All right, so there was a statement. We'll go into Washington, D.C. here. There's a couple important things. All right. This is the White House, ladies and gentlemen. And overlooking the White House, a senior member of the Chinese Communist Party has acquired a house. Philip Chu and Family Foundation has purchased a building overlooking the White House last month. And Philip Chu is a senior Chinese Communist Party intelligence official. Well, now we have the Chinese Communist Party that has acquired an entire building overlooking the White House. I'm not sure how that was allowed to go through, but I'm not sure that's going to be allowed. That's pretty threatening to national security, in my opinion, here. And let's also take a look at the national interest. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. So our total interest expense for fiscal year 2026 is now $1.17 trillion. For the first time, the United States is now paying more money in interest than we are to fuel our budget of the military. So we're spending more money on interest payments than we are on the military. But not for long. Pete Hegseth just put in a new request for the military's budget to go up to 1.5 trillion, another 500 billion addition to it, which makes sense. This interest payment is what is telling people, like, I don't think we can hike up the interest rates, but it looks like Warsh might do that in the Federal Reserve. We'll see. But hey, every country has its problems, and that's nothing crazy.
I don't, all that debt and interest is justified if the projected amount growth of United States economy is correct. Because in fact, you should have a lot of debts if you're going to have a lot higher productivity and growth in the future. Then it would actually, you're missing out opportunity by not having debt. Do you know what I mean? You should have a lot of debt if you are going to have a lot of growth in the future. You're leaving money on the table by not having debt.
Correct. And let's leave you guys with a fun video before we head on into the super chats here. This is Hawaii, and this is a sinking exercise conducted by, I think it was the United States and, so Spain, Japan, a couple more other countries, and the US. All right. Let us take a look. Yeah, so they're sinking the USS, forgot its name, but they're doing it on purpose. They're testing out their weapons on it. I thought it was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Any video, anything from the inside? Oof.
I'm not sure. These are some Oh, there we go. Jeez.
I saw this a while back. Me too. Or is this a different one?
I think this was a different one.
Okay. Oh.
Right. So.
Yeah, this is a different.
There we go.
Yeah, this is a different one. Looks similar though.
Yeah, we showed you guys the other one. That was I think it was like 3-4 weeks ago. So guys, does anyone feel any better? Guys, look, we got another aircraft carrier on the way. The Islamic Republic supporters are rising up against their own government. The price of gasoline and economic inflation is just forcing everyone to rise up against this government. On the other hand, though, the Islamic Republic did appoint these new officials, and all they want is to suppress the Iranian people. They actually believe the U.S. is not going to touch them. They're gearing right now towards internal suppression. That's where we're heading. If the Islamic Republic is getting ready for an uprising, the Iranian people are getting ready for one, even the regime supporters are getting ready for one, something tells me that we might be seeing one soon. All right. And so starting us off with the super chats, we have Magnum Opus with like 5 in a row saying, let's get rid of Islam.
Yes.
Although Magnum, you're saying your super chats in completely wrong order. So let's get rid of Islam. Okay, there we go.
Islam. No, I think he might have sent it the right order, but the way when they get processed by YouTube, but they might get processed at the right time.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for all the super chats. I appreciate that.
Sweet. Also, you won today. I actually haven't hit my goal.
Oh, guys, Ali hasn't hit his goal. Guys, what are you doing?
Thank you, Magnum Opus. And our next one is from Jets saying, like the stream, subscribe. Yeah, guys, please subscribe to our channels, both Ali Samani and Liberty Politics. Every time something happens regarding Iran, I promise you, you're not going to get a better coverage of the events there. Such as today, there was a massive earthquake in Iran, and it spilled over to Iraq as well. Huh. Interesting.
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Jets. Appreciate that generous super chat.
Thank
and
you.
Magnum Opus says, damn super chat counter. I blame the Jews and Ali. Why is it?
Because none of that counted. It is your fault, obviously. But none of that counted because I didn't have the counter up yet. Sorry, Mag. Thank you so much for the support. Sorry, I didn't have the counter up. I apologize. We won. Still, we still did win though.
Magnum, I would appreciate your super chats. You know, you should probably give them to someone who really. No, I'm kidding.
I am appreciating. See ya.
I also forgot to tell you guys, the UK and a couple other European countries like France are actually going to be sending troops into Lebanon as a part of a little coalition to provide security in that zone that Israel took. So more and more countries are getting involved slowly. All right. Our next one is.
By the way, look at this. You got confetti. Yeah. So many people came over to your side and did when they realized that you didn't hit confetti. Now you got so many.
Oh,
All of a
wow.
sudden.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at that. People were like, "What? Ali didn't hit his goal." So then it got boom, boom, boom.
Thank you, guys.
So, thank you,
Oh,
guys.
that's so sweet.
You guys are.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. And Nima Farce says, first super chat. Sorry, Armin.
It's okay.
This was on mine. Wow.
Yes, thank you, Nima. It's okay.
Thank you, Nima. Appreciate you.
I'll look the other way. I'll pretend it never happened. Okay.
And Fizendresis says, like and subscribe. Yes, please do. I want to try and see if I can get to 10,000 subs by my birthday, which is October 31st. Thank you so much, Fizendresis. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And Sarah Ocean says, for Armin, our unsung hero for the last 20 years.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. That's so sweet.
Yeah, guys, we should show our appreciation for Armin in the chat.
It's been, yeah. It's been a while, huh? Sarah? We've been doing this for 20 years. Jesus. Ooh, 20 years.
Yeah. Thank you for that reminder. And Magnum Opus says, Javid Shah.
Javid Shah.
And thank you so much, Magnum Opus. Our next one is from Saber Coaching and says, if you win, Armin must qer. Now, we're not going to do like, getting up and having to do stuff.
Yes. Hey, I lost last time. Did I say anything? You guys didn't even make me say anything. Did you guys?
Didn't?
Or did I remember? Yeah, I think you forgot. Too late.
Oh, wait. People get to decide a punishment for both of us today then. Like what you should both do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saber Coaching.
Guys, you get two. Yes.
And Fizendresis again says like and subscribe. Maybe on both channels here. That's great. Thank you so much.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Appreciate you. And Magnum Opus with a couple of super stickers here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very generous today. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Yes.
Magnum Opus and Saber Coaching saying, Armin, damn gloves. Armin can layer too, and then he spelled your name wrong again because he has gloves on.
Oh, yes, damn gloves. Sure, it's the gloves, but thank you. And I can't actually.
And Nail Bunny says, Payende Iran, Javid Shah, drum guy. Oh, a new nickname for me. There we go.
Drum guy? Why is it drum guy?
I played the drums for years, for like 7.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Somebody's saying, I love you, Armin June. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Love you too. And thank you, Nail Bunny. No, it's not. She's saying no. We misunderstood it. You better understand it. Nail Bunny doesn't like it when we misunderstand her.
Oh, well, she doesn't want to explain it.
Okay. She's like, it's obvious. Why are you guys so stupid?
Dang. And thank you, Nail Bunny. And Magnum Opus with another super sticker. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As well as
not so many. Wait, Nail Bunny is explaining it.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on.
Can you click on it again?
Yeah.
You guys never watched the opening to Iran Revolution Live? Yeah.
Oh. The drum guy. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. Just move on.
Okay. Thank you, Nail Bunny. And thank you, Magnum Opus. And thank you, Jets, for the super sticker as well.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, Magnum Opus. Thank you. And wait, hold on. I forgot to. And I don't want to. So she's saying, I don't want to get this wrong. She's going to get upset. The sympathy. Okay, the symphony. Okay, yeah, yes. I remember. Now I remember. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's a. How could we have gotten that? Like, oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, thank you. Okay, Jets, thank you so much.
And thank you, Jets, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Sarah Ocean says, for our fallen, for our Javid noms, never forget.
Oh.
Yeah, and for your uncle.
Never forget.
Thank you, Sarah, for the super chat.
Yeah. Oh.
Really appreciate that.
Javisha.
Javicha. Nail Bunny says confetti. Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Nail Bunny.
Thank you, Nail Bunny, who says everyone in the chat knew that. And Magnum Opus says confetti as well. Dang, you hit it early.
Yes.
Got like another.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, Magnum Opus. Joanne says for Team Ali. Yeah.
Woo. Oh, by the way, thank you,
Joanne.
Joanne. Earlier today on the Persian channel. Thank you so much for being there.
Yeah, thank you. And our next one is from Wes Downer saying, have a coffee or tea on me. I'm not sure where you could buy a coffee for $2.
That's expensive, you're right.
Yeah. I actually don't drink coffee, but what is the price of coffee? Is it like 4 or 5, I'm guessing?
Oh, just coffee? Just like coffee or like a latte? Like a latte or like a just like coffee?
Like the coffee that you make yourself. Yeah, I think you could do that for 2. Someone's saying $10. Is it? No way. Like if you want to go get a latte, it's $10.
Jeez.
Okay, at Starbucks you can get coffee for $2. Okay. Maybe if I drink coffee, I will go to Starbucks, and I hope it's good. I actually haven't had Starbucks in like, I don't know, like 10 years or something. Thank you so much, Wes Downer. And Amir the Cricket says score is 8-5.
8-5, guys. That's it.
Dang.
Guys, Ali, I don't know if it's gonna catch up.
Yep. He's running away with it. I mean, guys, you know, what can I say?
Ali, Rizmi binamet.
What can I say, guys? I mean, I'm just a small channel, you know. Only have 5,000 and Armin has, 94. I'm just saying he's 94,000 subs, which is hard to compete here. Thank you, Amir the Cricket.
Channels get more engagement.
And Fun Sun says, please hit the like button on your way in. Thank you.
Thank you, Fun Sun.
I think we have such a good community, to be honest.
We do.
Each and every one of you are so kind.
We have the best.
And Nail Bunny also says, please remember to like the stream.
Yes.
Well, look at that, guys. You guys are going to have to like the stream at this point. Thank you, Nail Bunny. And Sam Shiraz with 1,000 jewels and the GOAT trophy. We like those.
The GOAT trophy. Yay.
Thank you, Sam Shiraz. And Aryan of Persia. All right. Twelver Shiism largely emerged from a Persianized scholarly reimagining of early partisan Islam and was mobilized to fuel nationalism within Islam. What does this synthesis mean to Iranians today? Synthesis means jack, quite honestly.
Yeah. The Islamic Republic used to try to use a narrative like this to try to merge Shiism with Iranian people's sense of patriotism, to try to say Shia Islam is Iranian, unlike Sunni Islam. And this has now been heavily rejected. At some point, some people, like the Islamic Republic, was having some success with kind of suggesting Shia Islam was a way for Iranians to maintain their national identity, as a way to try to sell Shia Islam to Iranians who are more patriotic rather than Islamic. But even if that's had some buyers at some point, right now is completely rejected, to the point where many Iranians today actually hate Shia Islam even more than Sunni Islam. Yeah. But great question.
Yeah, good question. Don't worry. It means absolutely nothing to them. And thank you so much for the super chat. Our next one is from Wes Downer with the 5 memberships. Guys, if you guys membership, type something in the chat. And thank you so much, Wes Downer. Very generous of you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And Sarah Ocean saying, we failed our sensei.
Yes.
Wait, what does that mean?
Oh,
Who's the
you
sensei?
because
Huh?
you because you lost a super chat race today. Oh, so she's like, we failed you.
Well, I'm your guys' junior, so thank you so much, Sarah Ocean. You'd never fail me. And Steak and Beans with the 10 Liberty Politics memberships. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steak and Beans. Sarah saying, we failed you, Ali. No, not at all. And Ariane was clarifying, saying, in this question, I'm referring to the historical development of scholarly Shia Islam.
Okay.
Gotcha. Did we answer your question?
So scholarly Shia Islam came to Iran from Lebanon during the Safavid dynasty. So it wasn't Iranian, it was Lebanese, right? So this is very documented, like heavily. So 12 Shia Islam, there's called the Safavid. The Safavid rulers brought scholars from Lebanon to Iran in the 1500s to basically build this a specific identity, a new identity for their regime. So Iran was Zoroastrian, then Sunni Islam, and then the Safavids wanted to create a distinct state identity, and they brought scholars from Lebanon in the 1500s to be able to create this for them. This is my understanding.
Gotcha.
So again, the Shia Islam that they brought from Lebanon was merged with many of the Iranians' pre-Islamic customs. So maybe the Persian scholars that were involved with that used the rituals and customs that were Iranian and merged it with the Shia, all the ideology that the Shia scholars brought with them from Lebanon. But again, this has been rejected by the Iranian, but this fusion has been rejected more and more by the Iranian people, which has led to the massive secularization and backlash against the Islamic Republic. Does that answer the question?
Hope so. I think he'll let us know. Thank you, Ariana Persia. And
Thank you.
Our next one is from Physengicist. Thank you for the super sticker. Very appreciated.
Thank you.
And Deborah Friedman saying, pity kitty treats. Thanks, Deborah. So mean to me. And our next one is from Saber Coaching saying, Dodamit, Doda. Oh, it's like, I got you, bro.
Oh, that's so sweet. I got you, bro. Got you, bro.
Thank you, Saber Coaching. Appreciate that. And Joanne says, confetti, we did it. Thank you so much, Joanne. Again, just thank you guys. Thank you, all of you. It's you've been very, very kind to me over the last 97 days. And thank you very much. And Physengicist with another super sticker. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very kind. And Deborah, I'm just kidding. She says, I felt bad. Actually, no. I misread that. Said, I felt bad for Ali because he hadn't hit that gold. It was intended to be kind. Feeling bad for me? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm okay. Don't worry. And our next one, thank you for Zenchus. And our next one is from Nail Bunny, who says confetti. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Did Nail Bunny migrate? That's crazy.
Yes. Nail Bunny, first time on your side. And it's okay.
That's the first time ever. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nail Bunny.
She says, I confettied both of you. Wow. She says, I confettied both of you.
Oh. And Wes Downer says confetti. We did it.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank you so much. And our next one is from Magnum Opus saying, pity super chat. Oh, there we go. Right, guys. You guys think it's funny, huh? Okay. I'm totally kidding. Thank you so much, Magnum Opus. And our next one is from Mir Schreiber. It says, I was so surprised to hear that you didn't know about the Shahanshah. It was literally the official Iranian national anthem until 1979. We all need to learn more about the Iranian history and culture.
No. So if you play it, we probably know it. We just don't know the title of the song. So if we hear the song, we're probably gonna be like, oh yeah, of course, right? But just because you know a song, you don't know what its title is.
Yeah. So if you say Shahanshahi, there's a lot of things, but if you say Surud Shahanshahi, then we'd know, like, okay, that's the anthem.
I still wouldn't know what you're talking about until I hear the song. I don't know the name of the songs.
Maybe we can give some fun facts about Iranian history as time goes on.
No, but you're still right. I mean, Iranian history and culture, obviously, is good to learn more about it, even if you know the song. But the song, we probably know it.
Yeah. Thank you, Mir Schreiber, for the super chat.
Thank you.
We're glad that you liked the song, by the way. I think that's what you sent us yesterday. Yes. Appreciate that. And it's a beautiful song. And Steak and Beans says October 31st. On October 31st, Ali's going to be 10,000 subs, Armin 100,000 subs. Bring your friends, everybody. Oh,
yeah.
You should set that goal.
Yeah. Well, really, 100,000? That would be a dream.
Yeah, you need 6,000 more. If everyone in my channel subbed to your channel, and if there was no overlap, you'd get it.
Yes. And everyone in my channel subs to your channel. So I'm going to put the link to it.
We both have 100,000. Wow.
Okay. Yes. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Ali's channel. I'll put the link in the chat.
Yeah. We got to dress up for Halloween as well. Thank you, Steak and Beans. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And thank you, Steak and Beans.
I'm going to be a goat.
And Magnum Opus says, I'd love to hear you play Hatikva on the Santur. What's that? Oh, it's the Israeli national anthem. Okay.
Ooh. Oh, what about the song Am Israel? That song, can you play that song? That's my favorite Israeli song. Am Israel
sounds okay.
Oh my God, I love that song. Yes.
The songs that have very simple melodies sound a bit lackluster.
Yeah, right. I don't know if that's.
Thank you, Magnum Opus.
Okay, thank you.
I'll try to learn it.
He's saying that. Yeah. Let's do that. Magnum Opus he says that song is better. The Hatikva. Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
I mean, Ali does that one. No, we will do that because I will be here for emotional support.
And so Christian Evan Christensen. You should.
Okay. Yes, okay.
Oh, our next couple of super chats are actually about that. Okay, let's read this one. Christian Evan Christensen says, you good? I discussed the Iran war with some people online. It was me versus 10 anti-war people. I discovered that most people against the war don't know anything about it. Yep.
Well, thank you for doing that. Look at that. Thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate you doing that. Look at this.
Thank you. How many of these people did you change their mind? Do you feel like? Because I feel like it's probably 0. These people will never, like, some of these people, you can give them all the logic and reasoning, but as long as they don't want to learn, you can say whatever you want. They're just not going to straight one in and out the other ear. Steve, where'd it go? Steve Dixon is saying, even before the Pahlavis, there was little esteem for Islam in general. Iranians change religion like socks. Religion is looked on as a cultural thing. Only the Sayyids took it seriously. What do you think about that?
I think the reason why Iran switches religions like that is because they have something more powerful than a religious identity, which is a national identity, right? I think people's beliefs works as their identity and their membership to a group of people, and that's why it's hard for people to change their beliefs, because changing belief is not just changing your perspective of the world. Changing your belief for most people is changing your identity, changing who you are, and changing the people that you think that you belong to, the community that you think belong to. And that's why it's difficult for most people to do that. But because Iranian people's identity and membership is not based on their religious identity, is based on their national identity, that's why it's easier for them to switch through it.
That's a really good explanation.
Unlike most places in the world where they have modern, new national identities with the rise of nation states, Iranians have an ancient national identity, like the Israelis. So it's deep-rooted. This is why Israelis and Iranian people understand each other. Like, for example, the Iraqi national identity is new. The Lebanese national identity is new. The Canadian national identity is new, right? But before we had nation states, we still had nations. We have the nation of Israel and we have the nation of Iran. So Iranians have had national identities without having nation states. And that identity is so deep rooted. And that's their anchor.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. And thank you, Ali.
And yeah. And then real quick, back to Christian. I hope you don't work yourself up too much to try to force people to understand. You have to see if they want to at first. If they don't want to change their opinion, they're not open to it. Yeah, you know. But thank you so much. That ratio would be perfect if one of us could change 10 people's minds. Thank you so much, Christian. And our next one is from Sam
you can't do that, guys. Let me actually speak to that. Let me speak to that. There is a way you could do that. If you go and talk to people individually, you're most likely talking to people who are not interested in changing their mind. If you have a platform where you're speaking about these things, then you're going to reach people who are more likely to be interested in what you have to say, because the algorithm chases them instead of you having to chase them, right? And they will come to you instead of you having to find them. And if you do not have a platform like Ali and I do, we created a solution for that. We created a discussion group where you could come and speak and give your arguments, and you will use our platform to make your arguments and reach more people. So come join our discussion group, and that way you could get your opinions and your arguments to a higher number of people, because when you come and talk over there, your opinions get broadcasted to a higher number of people than you would have been able to do so if you were talking to people individually. So I'll put the link to our discussion group in the chat, and you guys could join it. By the way, guys, the link that I'm posting is Ali's affiliate link, right? So also the QR code at the top left is also Ali's affiliate link. So you could go through that one. And the link is also in the description.
And thank you, guys. Our next one is from Sam Shiroz saying, Armin can play and Armin sings for us. Yeah, you can do both. Great idea, Sam.
I think Sam her idea was in the next super chat.
Yeah, then she clarifies it and says, Ali plays for us and Armin will sing. Oh yeah, we'll get so many viewers for that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think we will lose everybody. I don't know how to sing. Oh wait,
Thank you,
I
Sam.
do. Atal matal tutule. No, that's all I know.
Gulf Hassan.
نه یادم رفت بقیه‌شو اینم بلد نیستم. Okay, I don't
How do
even
you
know
even
that.
like translate that into English, by the way? Like, what does that mean? Atal matal tutule Gulf Hassan.
It doesn't.
How do you translate that?
I forgot even that. Oh, okay. I like the only song I remember. I don't know how to translate that. I don't think it means anything. Oh, I know this song. Khomeini Imam, Khomeini Imam, Khomeini Imam. Okay, I forgot the rest of that as well.
That sounds terrible. Do you know the one that's like Barbari, Barbari, Barbari Khorim?
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
Na, na, na,
I don't know if
na,
anyone
na,
knows that,
na,
yeah.
na, 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 na. Yeah. Oh my god, I hate that one actually.
See, Sam, I don't think we can sing.
Oh, here. I know this one. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, these are revolutionary songs at the beginning. Oh my god, Bisadoy Bahman. Oh my god, we grew up with these revolutionary songs.
Oh man.
Yeah,
And
Ali's
then
getting
it says Atal matal tutule Gulf Hassan chejure. Yep. It just means something. How is Hassan's cow?
Yes. How is Hassan cow doing? It doesn't have
know.
It neither has milk or something else. Nashi dare na pestun, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have milk or
nipple, like whatever.
Yeah.
And what is that thing called? Okay. And
Udders.
then they take it to India. Oh, I remember. They take Hassan's cow to India.
Yep.
For some reason. I don't know
why.
what happened.
Maybe because he'd be worshipped there.
Udders. Okay, so so Hassan. So the song is Hassan had a cow. It had no milk, so they took the cow to India.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And Saber Coaching also says Jigarato.
Oh yeah, can you translate that?
Jigad is liver, but if we say Jigarato, we say Jigarato bokhorem, means like I'd do anything for you, or
like, but what does it, Ali? What does that literally mean? What does it?
I'm going to devour your liver. I'm going to eat your liver.
Yes. So Saber Coaching just told Ali that he's going to devour his liver, and that is in Persian. That means that I'm in somebody being sweet to somebody else. So imagine going to your wife and like, oh my god, you're so cute. I'm gonna eat your liver. Oh, so cute, so cute. Oh, I'm gonna eat your liver. I'm gonna eat your liver.
Yep. Thank you, Saber Coaching. Nail Bunny is our next super chat and says, and absolutely, Steve's absolutely right here, guys. Saber Coaching is a fine young cannibal. Absolutely.
Yes, he is.
Absolutely. And Nail Bunny says, one of you dress up as Cyrus and the other one as Kaveh.
Oh, Kaveh.
Well, they're different, like, well, then I should be Rostam, or you should be Rostam, and I be like something like that. Yeah.
Oh, why should I be Rostam?
Because you're like the big dog. You're the hero.
Oh, okay. Guys, Ali just called me Hercules or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Guys, I mean, Armin's pretty ripped. I'm just saying. And thank you, Nail Bunny.
Thank you, Nail Bunny.
And our next one is from Mir Schreiber saying, I discussed Iran online with Israelis. They lack knowledge about the Shah. Some think all Iranians are the same. P.S. Super chat to Armin is pro Santur. Oh,
yes,
getting you to win.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes,
well, I got to learn the song first. Then I can come back.
Yes. What is the punishments for today? Nobody even decided.
I know. People want someone to win, but then they don't want the other one to be punished, which is very kind.
Yes. Did you do the punishment that I told you last time? Did you spend time with your dad? Was it horrible?
No, it's great.
Did you practice?
But like
Yeah.
we both got to
No,
try to
you
learn
have to
that song.
pretend. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
it's
pretend. You have to pretend. Yes,
dang it.
so guys, look at we made him spend time with his dad to learn the song. We're so evil.
Dang. How could you do this to me, chat? So it's not surprising that Israelis don't know too much about the Shah. The Islamic Republic had 47 years to slander him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mir Schreiber, for the super chat.
Yeah, even in universities in Israel, they teach that the Shah was brutal to his people. I had an Israeli friend, and like I told him, like the Iranian people have loved the Shah, like before any of this happened. And she told me, like, why? Wasn't he evil? I'm like, you're Israeli. Why do you think he was evil? And she said they told us that in university. I like, university in Israel? She's like, yeah. I'm like, holy crap. That's horrible.
Yeah. Stretches far and wide. Thank you, Mayor, for talking about that to other Israelis there. And our next one is by Christian, Evan Christensen, saying, got one guy to agree on bombing nuclear facilities and have a better plan and arm the people. The rest disagreed, saying, we should only take the IRGC agents, not the IRGC itself. Help democracy in foreign lands is the same thing as IRGC imperialism. Oh, no, it is. No, it's not.
One guy,
Dang.
you made a difference on one person. That's pretty good. You changed one person's opinion.
I feel like that one guy, though, was just kind of saying that. Like, just to agree to bomb the nuclear facilities is like, it's nothing crazy.
Hey, you take your wins, okay? You take what you can get. You can't just switch people like that. Yeah.
The rest of them said that we should only eliminate the IRGC agents, but leave the institution alive. What does that even mean? Well, I mean, what are these people's plans? Anyway, thank you, Christian, for fighting.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And Michelle with the jewels, the finger.
Thank you.
Why is it? It's called a finger heart, or sounds kind of weird.
It's like no. It goes like this, and it turns into a heart. Yeah, it goes like.
I see.
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe it's a Korean. Oh yeah, this is the This is the global heart symbol with your hand, and this is the Korean heart.
I see.
Yes.
And our last one is by Steve Dixon, and says, this Islam, that Islam. There is no scholarly Islam. Is there scholarly Nazism? Scholarly communism? Even the Hafez guys do not understand what they recite. Also, Islam is anathema to nationalism.
Anathema.
Anathema?
Am I pronouncing it right? Anathema.
I should have never seen that word before.
It's like the polar opposite, I think. Hey guys, if I got it right, that's pretty good. As in, oh yes, I got it right. Okay. Wow, I'm impressed.
He's right. Opposite to nationalism.
Yes. No, you're.
Wow.
I mean, scholarly. So they have scholarly based on what they consider scholarly, but not not based on what we consider scholarly. We do have actually scholarly Nazism, but based on what the Nazis consider scholarly. But you're right, based on what our metrics, none of that is scholarly.
Yep. It's also anathema. Anathema to everything. Anathema to life.
To life, yes, exactly.
Yep.
To nationalism, to life itself. You're right. Exactly. That's a good point.
Thank you, Steve.
Yes, look at this. Oh, wait. Look at this. Nail Bunny saying to democracy, to free speech, to the West.
Yeah.
No, not to the West, to the world, to the whole planet, to the West, to the East, to the North, to the South, to the center. and to life itself, to humanity. Yeah, exactly.
Giving you guys a quick update. Erbil, northern Iraq, is once again seeing explosions tonight. So more IRGC Shahed drones are attacking the city. The Kurdish separatists there, probably in retaliation to the attacks that the Kurdish separatists have conducted this week. Let me quickly make sure there's nothing else here. We don't miss anything.
Somebody saying to the window, to the wall. Yes. Oh, you guys are funny.
Oh, right. Okay. We did miss something. I actually forgot to mention this. So earlier on, there were sounds of explosions in the Strait of Hormuz, and this was because the Islamic Republic fired a missile and a drone at 2 ships. The UAE came out and said they hit our ships. So another 2 UAE ships have been hit tonight. This is not being covered, even though the UAE, the company that owned these ships, just came out and said, we just had another 2 ships hit today. And because they announced it via their own company, and according to actually Reuters just posted that 18 minutes ago, so there we go. Even though the news is a few hours old. All right. Yep. 2 more vessels caught on fire tonight. It's 2 more ships going down the drain for now. Oh, there's a rumor. Brad Cooper went to Israel to tell them that, hey, we need to ramp up our strikes on the Islamic Republic. The spokesperson for the United States Navy came out and said that's false. It's completely fabricated. Keep in mind, last week we were hearing rumors that Brad Cooper told Israel to end the war on all fronts, and now we're hearing the exact opposite. Just remember, a lot of these things that you hear of blah 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 said blah 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 is oftentimes controlled information that gets out of hand. Like someone's giving that information out to press. Don't necessarily believe it until they themselves say it.
That's a good point. That's a good one.
All right. And please remember to subscribe to both of our channels, Liberty Politics, Ali Samani, and we will be here same time tomorrow, just like we are every single day.
Yes. And thank you to everybody who's liking the stream. It makes a huge difference. So thank you for doing that. And we'll see you guys same time tomorrow. And until then, I'm Israel Chai, Slava Ukrainian, Cuba Libre, Taiwan Jiao, Long live America,
Long live America.
Javid Shah,
Javid Shah.
Payende,
Payende,
Iran.
Iran.